Hello and welcome to another edition of ProtoMet's First Impressions, where I give my thoughts on the first episode of any new tokusatsu show. And today I'm going to be talking about the first episode of Dogengers Nice Buddy. I missed out on the first season of Dogengers, so I went into this knowing absolutely nothing about the series, which means that a lot of what I'm going to say regarding this first episode is me not knowing anything about the series, which is probably not a good thing. But so I'm going to have to make a few assumptions about what the status quo of Dogengers is, because, again, this is my first experience with Dogengers. I really missed out last year, I suppose. But this first episode of the sequel, Nice Buddy, starts with the Dogengers having to publicly apologize for a number of scandals that they were apparently involved in between seasons. Scandals which are incredibly minor and wouldn't actually count as scandals. Like one guy, apparently because he has some issue with his height, stands on a stool to make himself look taller. One guy doesn't like bell peppers. You know, stuff that's incredibly minor and stupid, and that really kind of set the tone as this being kind of a silly series, to the point where I almost thought that it may be straight up parody. But when we actually get to the actual episode proper, it firmly establishes that this is, I guess, a stage tokusatsu series. I guess I gotta explain that part to anybody who doesn't know about tokusatsu stage shows. So, in order to help promote tokusatsu shows, stunt actors will go to like amusement parks and perform stage shows using the costumes of the characters from the television show, and perform them in front of an audience predominantly of children and their parents. This has been going on for decades, and so the bulk of this episode is basically a stage tokusatsu performance, and I'm going to assume that that's how most of the other Dogengers episodes have it. Again, I'm assuming because I know next to nothing about Dogengers. But basically there's a lot of a sequence that's basically reiterating who a lot of these various characters are. I'm guessing. I don't know which of the villain characters weren't in the previous season. I don't know which of the hero characters weren't in the previous season. So I'm only operating under the assumption that this is for somebody, this is a reintroduction to the characters if you don't know who they already are. But, so it's a big stage performance with these various characters that I know nothing about outside of what's in this episode. I keep reiterating. Gotta stop doing that. But, like, at the end of the performance, it's revealed that the audience is largely absent. Like, there's a bunch of, like, people who clearly work at the amusement park, and I guess the lead character's love interest, and then some other character dressed up in a full tokusatsu costume. I don't know if it's supposed to be a monster or an ally character. I don't know. They're just sitting in the audience, and then it's just like the rest of the audience is just like a small handful of kids and their parents. It's like not even close to filling up the stands. We then get introduced to this new character, Great Z, who is apparently there to promote his new TV show or whatever. And he's clearly he's voiced and somewhat acted by the actor who played Hiromu in Go Busters, Red Buster, who had also previously appeared in Kamen Rider Zeo as Kamen Rider Quiz for a couple episodes. So that was kind of cool for me, especially since I've recently been watching Power Rangers Beast Morphers, since I, for various reasons, missed out on a lot of that. So I've been rewatching that. So that was fun. But he shows up how awesome he is, and then basically says that he's stealing all of the villains for his show. And that's, I guess, the premise for this season. A new hero has shown up, stealing the Dogengers stage villains, and they gotta go save them. I'm definitely going to try to check out more of Dogengers. Like, I'm gonna check out the first season and see if this is actually what Dogengers is like in general. But yeah, there's not really much I can say about this other than that Great Z has what basically remind me of bits from Mobile Suit Gundam. They're like things that fly around. That are controlled remotely, and like they have like holographic special effects, which is nice. But they also maybe are a gun. I don't know. They remind me of the bits that are on the Sazabi. For anybody who knows anything about that. Probably not a whole lot of you. Well, maybe a lot of you. I don't know. I don't know how much crossover there is between Gundam and Tokusatsu fandom. But I'm definitely going to check out more of Dogengers. But I honestly, really, am not sure what to make of it at this point, other than that I had fun watching this first episode. I don't know if I would recommend it. I mean, I'd recommend it if you want a good laugh. It's pretty funny. It's pretty humorous, but it definitely feels like the audience should be familiar with Dogengers going into this. I'm not going to say that there are like huge plot points or anything, but it definitely feels like the show is kind of expecting the audience to already be at least somewhat familiar with the characters. So, yeah. I don't know what else to say. So, until next time, this has been me, ProtoMet. See ya.